Hey everyone, so we're going to be looking right now at the AIM-Labs, I think it's the Hone Ace. I probably should have looked that up really before I did this. Let me look at it real quick. Yes, it is called it is called the ROG Hone Ace AIM-Lab Edition Gaming Mousepad. We're going to be looking at this, and I think currently you can get it for around $25, at least on Amazon. It is available on Amazon for that much money. And so we're going to take a quick look at it and see what I think about it. So before I start, this is my fault right here. This happens when you put some of your mouse pads in a washing machine. Sometimes it'll do this. It depends which one you use. I probably shouldn't have put this one in a mouse pad in a washing machine, but I did it anyways because my other pads usually do it just fine. They usually work just fine. I would not recommend it though to do that unless no, I really wouldn't recommend it unless you use desk mats like these. These were perfectly fine in the washing machine. But anyways, trying to disregard that issue. Let's look at the ROG. Hone Ace. So this mouse pad, I really like its size. It's really nice and giant for what it is, what they give you. You know, it's I believe it is 500 by 500, and so no, it's not. It is 508 by 420. Sorry, I don't know why that's. Yeah, that's a little bit weird of a size, and it's 3 millimeters tall. So generally, this mouse pad, how it differs from other mouse pads is, well, one, I guess you have your measurements right here. So if you ever want to look at those, or you ever need to, want to do that, that's cool, I guess. A little bit of a gimmick, obviously, but has a nice blue design though, and the stitching is only ever so slightly above the texture, but so little where it's like it's never been a problem for me. It has never been a problem for me. So I don't think the stitching really is an issue at all, unless you are super sensitive to anything even slightly. Like, it is so slight, like, honestly, I might be tripping. Anyways, so to give you an idea of the ROG Hone Ace, not the Hone Ace, the Hone Ace AIM-Lab, sorry. The texture is quite different from your traditional mouse pad, and that it's very rough. It feels more like a hard pad, I suppose. It feels like a hard pad, soft pad, and so like basically, if you wanted to use a hard pad, but still need the portability, I guess, of being able to like fold this, then this is probably what I would tell you to get, because it's the closest to a hard pad in terms of how it feels. And it doesn't feel like cloth at all. It really does feel like a rough cloth, I suppose. I don't know, but there's really not much give to this. At all. I'd have to push pretty hard, and yeah, it's just really not there. So, what do I think about this personally? Well, for me, I wasn't really a huge fan of it because of the texture. It's a little like rough. Obviously, that might also be due to this, so don't mind that. But when I did use it, when it was not having that problem, I actually really didn't like it that much. It's not bad by any means. I think it just failed to impress me, failed to maybe it was I preferred like the typical GSR, maybe, so that could be, I think that could be like a bias, like that I had. So I don't know, my impressions were that like I didn't really like the texture at first. I don't mind it now. I guess I think I'm used to a little bit more different, so it doesn't really bother me now. But before, I think that's what I was thinking, is I didn't really like it. So I'd say you can find better deals for mouse pads pretty much anywhere, but I would consider getting the ROG Hone Ace AIM-Lab Edition if you want a little bit more of a hard pad style experience without actually a hard pad. So this is like how to explain it. It really does feel like you know what it feels like? It's like they put like a texture on a hard pad. Like they put a cloth texture on a hard pad. That's what it feels like it is. It's not, obviously, but it feels like that. So I'd say if you want that kind of rough texture, I suppose, then you might like it. It's not particularly rough. Like it doesn't irritate my skin, and I'm relatively sensitive in that department, so it doesn't really irritate my skin. Although you can feel it, which is good. Because usually the other ones, like even the Saturn, the Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn, I could feel, and it kind of bothers me, to be honest. So it doesn't bother me here. It is quite fast though, just because of the rough nature. It isn't like it's not too controlled. I'd still say it's not really like speed though. It's really not like a speed pad by any means. but it still at the very least exhibits many traits of a hard pad. So keep that in mind before you get it, because like I said, this feels much like a hard pad in like in a soft pad, in a soft pad's clothing. I don't know, but yeah, I've never actually had this issue with any of my mouse pads before, so I would personally consider that a thing to consider. If you're not, I mean, it's probably fine if you're not going to wash your mouse pad in the washing machine like I did, but still, it's interesting to note that I've owned like at least 7 mouse pads, like index mats, or like 8, you know, several different types, and this is the only one I've had this issue on. So I guess that's something worth considering. But if you're not going to put it in the washing machine, then it probably isn't an issue. And in that case, if you want a more hard pad experience, then sure, because it's not so hard of a hard pad where it's like actually like rough and annoying. Like you know, the problem with hard pads also is that, like, you know, when there's a piece of little hair, something like a glass pad or something, and then you're moving it, and then like a little hair will like ruin the experience. Well, this one, it really feels like a soft pad, but hard, more like I said, harder experience. I feel like it's gonna be more minimal of a problem. Like, yeah. So I personally wouldn't recommend this for $25, but like I said, if you do want this kind of experience, then I mean, hey, it's your money, $25. It's not that much, you know. And this might be for you for all I know. You know, it wasn't for me personally, but hey, it might be your thing, especially like I said, the hard pad thing. So you could always try it on Amazon. If you don't like it, return it. You know, that's always a thing you could do too. So that's going to be kind of my first impressions or review of the ROG Hone Ace AimLab Edition. I do like the design of it. The base, by the way, oh, I didn't talk about the base. The base is pretty standard. I don't know. It's nothing to comment about. It does the job, I believe. I don't think I've had any issues with it. It doesn't feel particularly super sticky, but not too loose either, so it's adequate. And like I said, only problem with me, because I washed it, I like the size of it. It's pretty big, which is really good. This is probably one of the bigger mouse pads I've owned, especially like, I don't know, just bigger mouse pads I've owned in general, like when I first got into mouse pads. That's all I kind of what I mean. So yeah, I think that's going to be my first impressions. If you have any questions or anything like that, please let me know in the questions in the comments down below. And if you want me to make more review on mouse pads and such like this, please let me know, because I really do enjoy doing these things. I think it's fun. And so I'm probably going to do some reviews on some mouse gates as well. So if you're also interested in that, I would appreciate you letting me know. But yeah, that's going to be my first impressions video and review, I suppose. If you like the video, would appreciate a like and a sub. So, but that's all up to you, I suppose. So I'll see you later though. Peace.